Hello and welcome to Doctor Plays Call of Cthulhu, Dark Corners of the Earth. We'll be a private investigator.
Now, at my end, I can fully see. My last case opened in me a new fear, a real fear, a fear of myself, of what I am, and of what I've always been. All that I was is now lost. Hope, purpose, pleasure, all meaningless. I now walk in the shadows between worlds, and it is there I have finally glimpsed upon what lives in the dark corners of the earth.
I like the way you smile at me, baby. I like the way you smile at me, baby. So baby,
The ignorant and the deluded are, I think, in a strange way to be envied. That which is not known of does not trouble us, while an imagined but insubstantial peril does not harm us. To know the truths behind reality is a far greater burden. Game tips are currently active. Okay. I haven't played in a very long time. 6.5 years ago. September 6, 1915.
Robert, this had better be good. What's the beef?
Sorry, Jack. We had to call. This fellow will only talk to you. Name's Victor Holt.
Don't know any Victor.
He's the leader of this weird cult that moved in here a few months back. Got about 20 followers. They've been causing trouble all over town. Stealing, going through folks' trash, hanging around outside people's homes at all hours. No one ever presses charges, though. They're a screwy bunch. They've got the locals scared. So tonight, we were just passing, doing the normal rounds, when we heard gunshots fired from their property.
Gunshots? Hang on there. No one said anything about gunshots. Who have we got out here?
Just me, Nichols, and a few new recruits.
Well, that's just great. Lead the way, Robert. I better check out this crazy gang of yours.
Hello again, game. When I left you, I was but a learner. Now I am the master.
How you doing, kid?
Good, sir. Is it true what they say about you?
Depends on what they're saying.
That you've cracked cases where there was no evidence?
You shouldn't believe everything you hear.
Right.
Jack, Officer Nichols will brief you at the top. Be careful.
What's taking him so long? Something must be wrong.
I think...
Evening, Jack. Glad you could join the freak show.
How's it looking, Henry?
I don't like this one bit, Jack. Check the alley on the right. Victor Holt's over there in the shadows. He's waiting for you.
Can we trust him?
Nope, but we've got you covered. You better take it slowly, though. They're a bit twitchy. Try to stay calm. You better hurry, Jack. He's
Be
on
careful, sir.
It's an old stove. It's too dark to be sure, but that rotting smell tells me these shelves are used for storing food. As I continue to translate the narcotic fragments, I become more and more eager to contact my Yithian masters. These beings truly are gods to us. Their intellect and knowledge surpasses ours in ways impossible to comprehend. I know now just how insignificant mankind is in the universe, a doomed and simple species thrown up as a side effect of an experiment by the elder things. It is a blessing that such flawed creatures as ourselves have such a short and limited future.
My journal. Oh, wow. September 1915, evening. I guess I'm becoming a victim of my own success. After closing the last 5 cases so fast, the papers have been calling me a local hero. But I just had a run of lucky hunches, that's all. I'm just another cop doing his job. So there's a disturbance at a local residence. It's probably just a bunch of kids hopped up on moonshine. Why call in a detective? Maybe the uniformed boys are sore at being out in this weather, and they want to share the joy with the local hero. It wouldn't be the first good-natured prank I've had to take on since the newspaper's reports. It wouldn't be the first good-natured prank I've had to take since those newspaper reports. I don't know, though. Something doesn't feel right. It's more than just a regular bad feeling. It's hard to explain, but it's strong. I'm probably just tired. Those dreams don't help. I can't remember when I last got a good night's sleep. Must be a month at least. Right about the time I started my run of lucky hunches. The dreams have been getting worse lately. I'm almost afraid to close my eyes. Bourbon helped at first, but not anymore. The lack of sleep must be affecting my nerves. Well, jitters or not, I better get going. Collation of general evidence. Podium sermon. Mythos, tomes, and manuscripts. Nothing collected. I have my watch. Game time, 3 minutes. Oh, narcotic. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh.
The fire's still burning.
That one to the right taking cover. Kill him.
Oh, shit.
Oh. Is the door locked now?
It's locked. That symbol's strange. Looks almost like a flaming eye. I should take a closer look. It's locked.
Die, you pathetic bastards!
Oh, save game. Okay. Oh, strafe.
It's locked.
Watch him on the stairs.
It's locked. shelves have collapsed and spilled books all over the floor.
At last!
I better keep my distance from the window, or I'll end up like this nut job. Empty ammo boxes and spent shells. Nothing useful. An old wardrobe. I can't open it. Poisoning by the looks of it. He's dead. They're all dead. Suicide. Or rather, mass suicide. These nuts had some serious issues.
Starting to go crazy.
Poison appears to have been on the menu. He's dead. They're all dead. Suicide. Or rather, nothing of interest. It's hot and giving off a lot of smoke. I can't open it. Don't shoot. I'm unarmed.
Ah, we've been expecting you, Mr. Walt.
Damn, he recognized me, and it sounded like he was going to get on the level with what's going on in this joint. He's dead. Look, a key. This should help downstairs. Damn.
You've picked up an inventory item. Open the interface to view this item and its description. Highlight the item and click on it to use it with a character, an object, or even by itself.
He recognized me, and it sounded like he was going to get on the level with what's going on in this joint. It won't open. It won't open. It's locked.
It's like a copper key with an S engraved on it.
The key doesn't fit. It's unlocked.
Oh. Oh my.
I don't understand. I mean, all of these photos. All of them. There must be some kind of mistake. Why would they want me here? It must be an old case. Something I've forgotten. Some screwball with a grudge, maybe. Think. I've gotta think.
Freaking out.
What the hell is going on? It seems they've been tracking my movements. Another key. This should fit the door across the hall. All these photos and clippings are of me. I just don't get it. From the dates on some of these clippings, this crazed mob must have been following me for years. Jesus, I'm a detective and I had no idea. They seem to know so much about me, and I've got nothing on them, aside from their eccentric taste in paintings and their cheerful indulgence in self-mutilation. I know exactly zilch. A Jack Walters collage. A Jack Walters collage. Nope, nothing of interest.
Let's see. Is there anything new? Okay. Diary of a Cult Member. August 20th, 1915. We've been watching him now for 2 months. I can feel my anticipation growing as the day of contact grows near. Victor has not yet divulged his final plan for bringing Mr. Walters to us. All I know is that we must succeed. August 24th. The sermon today was inspiring. Victor enlightened us with a story of the great race transcending the bounds of time to visit his dreams. Of the conscious things on this earth and in the ocean depths, we are but servants to a greater design. I can only hope that my faith during these days will win me a favor when our masters step through the gate. August 29th. The experiments below have claimed one more of our order. Another volunteer is needed, but many are willing. We are truly blessed through our faithful service, now that his coming grows so close. September 3rd. The preparations are complete and Victor's plan is in motion. He will arrive soon. Surely by now he must suspect his true nature, or at least question the nature of his gifts. There's September 6th. He has come. Finally, it begins. Oh, the Boston Globe. 20th August, 1909. Enlightened or duped inside Boston's strangest church. Those of our readers who live near its headquarters and an ordinary-looking Boston residence will need no introduction to the Fellowship Yith, or whatever the cult's name is. For those who have not encountered this mysterious semi-religious group before, a few words of explanation are necessary. Since our country's founding upon the basis of religious freedom, its shores have been home to many small religious groups outside the mainstream. No small number are headquartered in the states of New England, where the Pilgrims themselves sought a new free world of religious persecution. But the question must be asked, at what point does a religion become a cult, and its trusting adherents, not to mention its blameless neighbors, become victims? That is a question this journal possesses in regards to the Fellowship of Yith. In a month-long investigation, our intrepid reporters have diligently sought out the truth behind this so-called church. Its origins are somewhat mysterious, the more so since the group's leaders declined to be interviewed or to assist our investigation in any way. However, it seems that the fellowship was founded more than 20 years ago by one Victor Holt, based on a revelation he had received from beyond the confines of this world. Holt has not been seen for almost 6 years. His followers apparently believe that he is commuting with the mysterious powers behind his faith, and that he is shortly to return with new insights and teachings. All this sounds like a harmless, if eccentric, spiritual group, little different from many others. However, those who make their homes near to the Fellowship's headquarters tell a different story, a more sinister story. The adherents of this obscure sect are to be found loitering on street corners, casting menacing glances at their innocuous neighbors, and frequently engaging in acts of petty crime, which the local police seem powerless to prevent or redress. Strange lights have been observed burning in the windows of the old house at all hours of the day and night. They change color unpredictably and cast weird, unintelligible shadows. Even more disturbing are the noises which have been heard to issue from within the mysterious building. They include chanting, unearthly music, and worst of all, screams like those of lost souls in agony. Many of the sect's neighbors are convinced that its services include human sacrifice or similar atrocities. Those few who dare complain to the police were told that because the house is private property, and because there is no concrete evidence of any wrongdoing, the most they could do is file a noise complaint. Are the horrors of Salem being reenacted in our city more than 2 centuries on? Is this Fellowship of Yith engaging in unspeakable and criminal acts of worship involving torture and sacrifice? Why is nothing being done to ease the fear and distress they cause to the local community? A source within the police department, speaking on the condition of anonymity, tell the Globe that the Fellowship is suspected of involvement in a number of local crimes, but so far the lack of evidence and the reluctance of nervous witnesses to come forward have thwarted any official investigation. Very well, we say, where the police cannot or will not investigate, the Globe shall continue to act in the interest of Boston's citizens, fearlessly exposing the truth about the so-called church and its followers. Our findings will be published in these pages over the following months, so they may know the truth. Editor's note: it is with great sorrow that the Globe announces the death of reporter Howard Addlestone, who was leading the paper's investigation of the Fellowship of Yig when he apparently drowned in Boston Harbor. The coroner has ruled his death a suicide. Our condolences go out to his family.
It's unlocked.
Oh.
It appears to be a private study area.
Oh my.
It appears to be a private study area.
Yeah, but what about that right there? There we go.
It appears to be a private study area.
What do we got now? The manuscript looks medieval, but claims to be a translation from the classical Greek of a far older work from before the time of the first humans. The pages are stained, faded, and even burned in some places, making reading difficult. The legible sections tell the story of unthinkably distant antiquity. They speak of races so strange as to be beyond the human comprehension, and wars fought against vast gulfs of time and space. These are concepts so utterly alien that they sound like absolute madness. Time travel, flying polyps, mental projection, great race of Yith. It makes you dizzy just to read it.
There are definitely some strange sounds coming from this side of the room.
Yeah, I don't like it.
It looks like an eye,
Ugh.
but the rest of the painting has no real shape. For nutcases, they seem quite literate. These books are really old, and most of them are in strange languages I don't understand. I don't have time to read. I'm a detective, not a pen pusher. It appears to be a private study area.
Oh my god.
Shit, that did not sound good.
Whoa.
Well, that's just swell. He's dead. The beam must have fallen and crushed his skull. Dead bodies, and plenty of them. Something dreadful has been going on down here. In all my time on the job, I've never seen anything like this before. Seems like these cabinets are used for storing chemicals and medical equipment. Seems like these cabinets are used for storing chemicals and medical equipment.
Oh my.
His beating heart. The contraption above seems to be controlling his breathing. Looks like his stomach. Looks like his brain. I wonder what those wires are for. This pipe must drain the waste from his intestines. Looks like his kidneys. They're moving around in all that liquid. I've never seen equipment like this before. Good God, what the hell is all this? Oh, shit. I'm not touching it again.
No, too late now.
The crystal's still warm.
Well, goodbye, scary room. Still beating?
His stomach stopped moving.
Oh, yeah.
His lungs have stopped ventilating. His heart has stopped. This tunnel feels like it's gonna collapse at any moment.
Cobwebs. Oh, jeez.
Ah! It's too hot to pick up.
Oh, great.
Odd. It looks like it's full of mercury. There's no power.
You take one from the door?
It's too hot to touch. I think it's being used as a power source for the machine. What the hell is that? There's no power. wonder what it's for. Odd. It looks like it's full of mercury. It's too hot to touch. I think it's being used as a power source for the machine.
Thought I'd put the crystal in this hole here. Ah. I just wasn't doing it right. February 6, 1922.
It's been more than 6 years since I entered that strange house in Boston. But to me, it was just 5 months ago. Amnesia, the doctors called it, probably brought on by acute mental stress. I remember investigating the far side of the library. There was screaming. According to the police report, they had searched the house for hours, only to find me later collapsed on the floor. When my eyes opened and I spoke, my colleagues recoiled in fear. There was something unnatural in my voice and blank gaze. They committed me to Arkham Asylum, where I was diagnosed with severe schizophrenia. As it became clear that I presented no danger to either myself or others, I was released from the asylum's care. I have learned little of my activities in the 6 years that followed. The accounts I've been able to piece together show much of my time was spent in travel and study. I maintain a fanatical infatuation with the occult, delving deep into volumes concerning witch cults and dark legends, often in languages unfamiliar to my own. When I reawakened 5 months ago, exactly 6 years after entering that house in Boston, no trace was left of what had been a secondary personality. I was myself again, or at least what I believed myself to be. Return to normal life has been a painful process. In recent days, my dreams have been plagued by cosmic landscapes, and I've become fearful of my own reflection. I am beginning to remember things from that day, more than 6 years past, that I have told no one else. Jack Walters.
Hello, Mr. Walters. My name's Arthur Anderson. I need your help finding a missing person.
I don't take that kind of job.
Did you get my package?
Hold on. What exactly do you want from me, Mr. Anderson?
It's one of my store managers, you see. Brian's his name. Ryan Burnham. Nice lad. He disappeared recently from the First National grocery store in Innsmouth.
Innsmouth? Never heard of it.
It's a small fishing town on the coast, not far from Arkham. I'd like to see you in person before you leave.
Hold on there a minute. I didn't agree to take this what the hell? I'll be here all day anyway.
Oh, I know that feeling. New client, February 6, 1922. Well, I have a new client, Mr. Arthur Anderson, the regional manager of the First National grocery store chain. It appears that the First National Grocery in Innsmouth was recently burglarized, and its manager, one Brian Burnham, is missing. From what I have been able to gather, Burnham is something of a young rogue. A friend of the family, Mr. Anderson, gave him the job as a favor. Burnham is looking like the prime suspect for the robbery, but there are a few things that don't add up, not to Anderson and not to me. For instance, why would Burnham force an entry into the store when he had a full set of keys, free access to the cash register, and the combination of the back office safe? To misdirect any investigations? If that was his plan, why did he disappear? Following my conversation with Mr. Anderson, I found out what I could about the ancient town of Innsmouth. For generations, the crumbling seaport and its people have been shunned by neighboring communities. Outsiders are unwelcome there, and there are superstitious tales of a strange element in the town's oldest families. They are of mixed blood, so the stories go, whatever that's supposed to mean, the usual hick town prejudice, no doubt. After making a brief visit to Innsmouth, my client came away distrustful of local authorities. He isn't buying their line that Burnham robbed the place and wants to know what happened to him. Only one bus goes to Innsmouth, and tomorrow afternoon I'll be on it. It feels good to have a purpose, after 5 months trying to break through my amnesia. I also feel a little apprehensive. Maybe it's the wild stories about the town, or maybe it's just because I haven't had a case in so long. I do not expect the reader to believe what I am about to relate. Any sane mind must reject such a fantastic tale, and yet I do not know which would be worse, for my story to be true, or for my mind to be capable of imagining such things.
Driver, how far to the stop?
It's almost there. I'll drop you at the town square of Innsmouth.
Why lock the gates?
Keeps out wanderers looking for work. We don't want those folks like that interfering with our affairs.
Is the bus from Arkham always this empty?
Aye, and we prefers it that way. Not many come to Innsmouth.
But what about trade? Surely the port needs business.
Innsmouth has the means to look after her own. This is it, stranger. End of the line.